Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, and all of the greatest of all time in every arena had one thing in common. One thing across the board. And that's obsession. Every single time. They all had obsession with one thing. It isn't about trying to balance this or trying. No, it's obsession about one thing. Just one thing. And that's all it is. And it sounds so easy to say. I think that's like something that fascinates me so much and is so exciting. Is just like when you see someone that is so obsessed with just one thing. And that's what every single successful person in every different arena does to accomplish all the success they have. Is they went all in on just one thing. It wasn't trying to get better at 3 or 4 or 5 different things. No, it's just one thing relentlessly until they mastered it. It's one thing. Kobe Bryant would wake up at like 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m., and then train from 5 to 7 a.m. And then he'd go back home, eat some breakfast, hang out with his kids a little, his family, and then go back to train from 9 to 11. And then go back home, eat some lunch, and then go back to train from 1 to 3, and then go back home, hang out with his family or do whatever, maybe review film, and then go train from 5 to 7, and then go back home, eat dinner, hang out with his family a little, and then go back to train from 9 to 11 p.m. So that's 5 to 7, 9 to 11, 1 to 3, 5 to 7, 9 to 11. 10 hours of training in one day. Once he was already a professional player. Once he was already in the NBA. And something that shocks me so much is that, and Kobe says this, Michael Jordan says this, they all say this, is that once they get into the NBA, they thought everyone was going to be, have that obsession. They're professional basketball players. They thought they were all going to be obsessed until they realized that it was the complete opposite. These people would only train when they really had to with the team. They'd party all the time. They got relaxed because they finally got that paycheck, and so they started to relax. They lost that obsession, that drive. And players like Tiger Woods, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan never lost it. It only grew. And it started, they say this all the time in the interviews and when you read their books, and even the show The Last Dance on Netflix, which I highly, highly recommend about Michael Jordan. It's their uncompromising self-belief that they had in themselves. From day one, since they were extremely young, they only wanted one thing, and one thing only. And that was to be the greatest of all time. And they believed that they were going to be the greatest of all time. They didn't just say it, or they didn't just, want it. No, they genuinely believed that they were capable of being the greatest of all time. And because of that belief, it drove them to have such a relentless pursuit of excellence every single day, of putting in so many hours, so much training, so many reps, obsessing about every single detail of the game, of practicing as much as they can. And when they're not practicing, they're recovering. And when they're not doing that, they're watching game film. And when they're not doing that, they're making sure they're well rested for the next time they practice, or they're getting ready to practice again. And it's just over and over and over and over again. It's just relentless because they had this drive and this self-belief, this confidence, this just supreme confidence in themselves that they were capable of becoming the greatest of all time, of genuinely believing it, not kind of believing it, not looking at yourself in the mirror and saying it. No, genuinely believing it, and then backing that up with just a relentless work ethic. Tiger Woods would shoot 600 shots a day. 600 shots a day. Michael Jordan would train. Kobe Bryant They would call their trainer, Tim Grover, who is an animal. He has a book, Relentless, which you have to read. It's about the pursuit of excellence and what these athletes, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, all had in common of becoming the greatest of all time in their mindset behind it. These players would finish a playoff game in the NBA that night, be exhausted after a full season of games, and the very next morning at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., they'd call them up to go train. Or they would watch, when they were growing up, they would watch Kobe Bryant when they asked him about, they were talking to his girlfriend that he had during high school, when he was in high school. And she said, what would you guys do together? She said, well, the majority of the time I would hang out with Kobe Bryant at his house. We would just be watching film on Michael Jordan and on other players. And it's like, this was their entire life. And what excites me so much about that is that you can apply that to anything. I'm applying it as much as I possibly can to my life, and you can apply it to whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is your job is, or whatever it is that you want to pursue. You can apply all of those principles. They apply the principles of an insane self-belief. They don't want to be like someone else. They don't want to, emulate. No, they want to be the best version of themselves, of who they are. They're not trying to be anyone else. They're trying to be the best version of themselves. And then their work ethic, just working like an animal, like a freak in mastering one thing, one pursuit. Just putting all of your energy into mastering one thing. You have the self-belief, you have the work ethic, and you just put the reps in every single day, week after week, month after month, year after year, decade after decade. And you're able to achieve everything that you want to. That's how you master. That's how you achieve mastery in any subject. And I've been reading and listening to so many podcasts covering Kobe Bryant's and Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods' mindset. Their mindset. And it just makes me, I'm so shocked that not everyone has it. Like, it makes sense because it's extremely difficult, but at the same time, if you're a professional athlete, or if you're anyone trying to master something that you're passionate about, you're trying to master an area, why not? Why would you not pursue it the exact same way that these guys did? Of just that obsessive drive. There's something so appealing and so exciting about seeing these people and the drive that they had towards their area of mastery and trying to learn from them and applying that to yourself. And there's this quote that this guy keeps saying, which is belief before ability. And all of these people had it. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, they all believed that they could become the greatest of all time before they actually became that. And that, God, it's so fascinating. It's just that obsessive drive. And I'm trying to cultivate it as much as I can in trying to visualize exactly what it is that I want, using visualization, because all of these people, they all used it. They all used visualization to visualize the perfect. Tiger was the perfect drive. Michael Jordan, the perfect shot. Kobe Bryant, the perfect game. All of these, they would rehearse their moves, their games, their shots that they would be taking. They would always be visualizing this. So it's applying that visualization, backing it up with having an insane belief in yourself, a supreme confidence in your own ability, and then backing it up with just as many reps as you possibly can in the area that you're trying to master. And so that's something that I've been thinking about nonstop. And I'm currently watching the Last Dance show on Netflix of Michael Jordan when he was at the Bulls. And yeah, that's all I had to say. Just the obsessive drive all of the GOATs, all of the greatest of all time had.